Why haven't we solved climate change yet? That was the big question I wanted to answer in my novel Green Rising, about teenagers using magic to rewild the planet. I remember learning about climate change in year 6 when I was 11 and being told that the solution was renewable energy like solar panels and wind turbines. And I remember thinking, oh, we've got all that already, that's really easy then, so I'm sure that by the time I grow up this will be solved. I am now 33 and climate change is not anywhere close to being solved. Why? The main answer is a lot of people make a lot of money out of fossil fuels. It sounds obvious, but they will do anything to keep making that money. Invested millions in making platforms in the ocean to pull up oil from under the sea. They want to keep using those platforms until the oil beds are empty. One of the biggest oil companies said in an internal document in 1980 that there is no doubt that increases in fossil fuel usage and decreases in forest cover are aggravating the potential problem of increased CO2 in the atmosphere. So they admitted climate change was happening. The internal document from 1989, 9 years later, they said, "Our position is to emphasise the uncertainty in the scientific conclusions regarding the potential enhanced greenhouse effect." Knew climate change was real. They wanted to make the public think it wasn't because they wanted to keep selling their product. They did this by investing millions in ad campaigns. Here's a few of them, saying, if the earth is getting warmer, why is Kentucky getting colder? The most serious problem with global warming is that it may not be true. And even, Americans work hard for what we have, Mr. President. Don't risk our economic future. These ads were run in 1991 from a collective of fossil fuel organisations. And they don't really make sense because moving to renewable energy makes jobs. Building wind turbines and solar panels, it doesn't take jobs away. So they're just scaremongering. Have you ever heard the term carbon footprint? Well, this is from an English advert by British Petroleum from 2006 where they said, reduce your carbon footprint, but first find out what it is. They invented this term to try and make individuals feel bad and focus on how much they were polluting and how much rubbish they were wasting, which really as individuals we can't control. We can't control what kind of energy comes to our plugs. We can't control what kind of plastic the food we buy in supermarkets comes in. We can't control where our waste goes and whether it's recycled. The idea that individuals should feel guilty about how many plastic straws we use is kind of ridiculous when you find out that the US military alone emits more carbon dioxide than most nations. By the way, ExxonMobil back in 1963 patented an electric car engine, meaning they had the technology to cut down pollution in the 60s and they decided not to do it. And they made sure that when we do move to electric cars,